All right, everyone, welcome back. This is Mandy. If you saw one of my most recent videos, you saw me do a 10-inch bloom on MDF with some colors I just kind of raved about. Well, while I have all the colors out, I'm gonna do another one. So this is a 7-inch. It really looks bigger than 7, but this is a 7-inch hexagon tile. I have some of these from when I was practicing going bigger, and then I sort of just skipped them and went to rounds and canvases and stuff. But people really like the hexagon shape, and so I need to go ahead and finish the tiles that I have. I got the tile from Lowe's, I think. And the way I display them, and when I sell them on Etsy, the way I sell them is I get these cute little, I think they're 4-inch easels, and you can display them. And they are really beautiful for small art. And some people only have space for small art. So, like, while I am trying to go bigger and all that, I don't want to waste the materials that I bought long ago either. So, I may have just mixed two different kinds of pillow paint, but we're going to do the same colors and see how it goes on this little hexagon. I actually may need more pillow paint to make sure we get to these corners. So hopefully you liked them and you aren't bored. For this one, I'm going to do exactly the same colors. I might also make a set of coasters with them, even though I know they won't quite look the same. That's probably too much pillow paint, but those corners can be a little tricky, so I want to make sure that we have enough paint to get the design off the edge. Yeah, that's way too much pillow paint. Oh well, here we are. So I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to tell you the colors as I go to save time. So we're going to, they're all from Colourarte except for my cell activator. Yeah. So they're all from Colourarte. I have a 20% discount using Mandy1120 of everything off the Colourarte website. So check the description box. I am using Aussie Floetrol in my cell activator. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my voice today. And you can save 10% off of that from Pixel Paint Designs using Mandy10. So don't forget to check the description box. My Facebook group is in there. My Etsy shop link is in there. All the socials are in there. So I don't talk about that all the time because I know that that can be annoying, but here we are. So Hansa Yellow Light from Colourarte. This is a vivid, intense color. I may not get to make coasters with this because if I keep messing around with this, I'm going to empty it out. That's all right. Okay. Now, people always say, aren't you using too much paint? Yes. But I like a lot of color, and that's why I'm doing it. So this Tiger Lily color is the one causing me all the bubbles because it's been mixed up a while and I stirred it up. But it's a beautiful color. It's a Colourarte primary element. And that's where we're going to get some of our sparkle from. And I love that it's like a soft, just kind of golden yellow. Has a little pastel action. Then we're going to use Alizarin Rose, Colourarte Vivid Intense. And then we're going to use Harvest Fire, which is a Colourarte Bling It color. So that's not a primary element. It's part of the Bling It line, which is made from pure mica. Oops, that's probably a little bit too much of the Alizarin Rose, but you know, what's funny is you'll see how different these colors are on this bloom versus the other one, just because it's a smaller surface. Maybe we layered more or less color. So even though we're using the same colors, the result will be different. So this is the Harvest Fire. It's a beautiful, like, almost like a melony, pinky orange. It's really cool. Now we're going to use Deep Violet, which looks great with these colors when the color peeks through. Okay, bubbles. Rude bubbles. And then we're going to use Phthalo Turquoise. and a black cell activator. So I'm probably using too much of this color. I don't want it to completely cover up everything. So, okay. Oh, and we're also going to use a little bit of titanium white to give us a little contrast under our black. So this is the Colourarte Phthalo Turquoise. I'm pretty in love with this color palette, so sorry, not sorry. You're probably going to see it again. But I say that and then I get distracted and then create something else, and that's how it happens, guys. But that's honest. Some people say, why do people bother with YouTube? Well, this is why. You think you're going to remember how you layer, what you use, how much you use. You're not. So I invite you guys to paint with me. And then if I ever need to go back and try to figure out what I did, I can go back, look at my description box, look at the colors, look at how I layered it. Did I layer it side by side? Whatever. And it can be really helpful. So, you know, for what it's worth. All right. Black cell activator using M-Gram paint from Blick. Links in the description box. And Australian Floetrol. My cell activator for black mixes up a little thinner than the one for white, so it makes it easier to blow if your paints are not too thick. If not, sometimes you have a little trouble. I ran out of cell activator the last time, so I'm trying to make sure I don't use too much, but don't use too little either. Okay. Whew. Okay, not a perfect blow. Almost ran out again. Very lightheaded, but definitely better than the last one. Sorry, we have some work to do here though, so let's see. Since we have these hexagon corners, I'm trying to make sure we don't have too many edges that are just real ribbony colors because those are going to get exaggerated the more we try to get to the end. So let me take a step back, pop some bubbles and look at it. It's pretty. It's completely different than the round. But the colors are just gorgeous together. And as this spreads out, if you missed the last one, oh, the colors are just amazing. What did I just drop into my paint? So pop in the real obvious bubbles that are going to get crazy as we spin. I'm a mess. I've got paint all over my shirt. My spinner's already dirty from earlier, so. Wow. Okay, so there's a couple places I think we can probably expand to get a cleaner blowout or spin. So right here, that didn't work. So here, this isn't working out. So that might be a bust for me. Okay, let's see. What you're hoping for when you do what I'm trying to do here is that you'll catch the, whoa, lightheaded. That you'll catch the edge of some cell activator and be able to scoot it over those colors. But that's just not happening. So, part of the reason this has been a little challenging is, for one, I'm using a lot of paint. So there's a lot of paint under there. And so when you're blowing it out, you're trying to get it over all that paint without blowing down into the pillow, and that can be really difficult. Number two, a couple of my paints are a little thicker than my some of the other paints, and so getting the right amount of pressure in your blow so that you can get all those colors to come through without, again, blowing into your pillow paint can be a little difficult. But overall, I think it's a beautiful bloom. So let's just kind of scallop these edges a little bit so that some of this stuff that looks a little funky, if it stays, it won't be too wild around the edges here. This looks like, sorry. All right, let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see a little bit better as we spin. Sorry about my dogs. They must have heard the neighbors or something. Okay, so spinning gently because I have no puppy pool on my counter. It's opening up pretty nicely. Oh my gosh. When I wipe these things with baby wipe, it gets lint on them and then they drag lint through the paint. Okay. This is going to be, I may end up keeping this and putting it in our living room. It's so pretty. Okay, this is frustrating me. All right, let's see. Ugly dots. Sorry about all the doggy noises. They're fierce protectors. Not really, they're just fierce barkers. It's opening up very nicely. Now, we're a lot closer to this edge than that edge, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to spin a little bit more aggressively because all the good part is coming over here, and I need to get the ugly part off that edge. So, it's really pretty, but I don't like that there's so much on this side. Let's give it a good push here. Yikes, don't spin into my cell activator. Okay, better. It's like all of the beautifulness is over here and less over here. And the sad part is to get this off, I'm going to end up losing some of the coolest parts. So part of me thinks, like, don't overreact to this. Because when you display it, you could display it with that showing. But we do need to balance it out a little bit. And there's something in this paint right here. Maybe not. Maybe I should have left well enough alone. Okay. there is something that was in there, but now I have made it worse than maybe just letting it dry. Sometimes if there's something in your paint, it's going to dry and you're going to be able to see it, but when you resin it, it won't really matter. All right. Oh, I don't want to lose this. This is like one of the best parts, but we got to get that weird part to the edge a little bit more. It's still really pretty. I mean, I think that balanced it out a little bit. I still would like this to shift just half an inch more, but that means we will lose this part. Okay, I think I can live with that. I really want this part gone, but I don't really want any more of this gone. And the bigger this spins, the more chance we have that those cute little cells will get just really big and giant. And I don't know that I'm really willing to compromise the rest of it for this part. Plus, when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at it with the background instead of just baby spin. I know, I'm like obsessing over it and it's a tile, but still it's going to be somebody's artwork one day. I want it to be its best. But okay, I think I'm happy with it. So let me clean up. I'm covered in paint. I'll bring you down, let you see the close-up. I think it's beautiful. The colors are gorgeous. It's completely different than the other one. I mean, the colors are still definitely showing through, but just the balance of the bloom and the way it came through is completely different. And that's one of the things I love about this technique is you can't just go and replicate something. It's not going to be the same. It's always going to be a little bit different. And so it's like if you do something like this, every piece of art is going to be an original. No one could give you the exact same thing. And that's what's kind of neat is it's just so unique. Okay. So I'm going to bring you down. I'm covered in paint. So let me take off these gloves. The colors are gorgeous together. That deep violet against those other colors with the phthalo turquoise and that little pop of white. I used a little bit more white as far as how I drizzled it, but you don't see big chunks of it in this one. You see it outlining the cells, which is one of the things I like about using the white. Anyway, let me show you. All right, so here's the corner that doesn't have as many friends as the others, but this corner has the same challenge, so it kind of works out. This is obviously the cutest corner of all of them. This one comes pretty close over here. So let me just kind of let you see the whole thing. And then look at those beautiful cells. Look at that little cluster of cuteness. This is the sad corner. More clusters of cuteness. Just really, really cute. Another cluster of cuteness. I love, this is why I like M-Gram, by the way, as a cell activator. It tends to create more little cluster cells than larger ones. I mean, obviously it does with both, but I love the little small bubbly ones. Those are my favorite, and I get those more often with M-Gram than with Amsterdam. Amsterdam's great. I also think that they tend to stay better. Maybe that's in my head. But anyway, these colors are gorgeous. Let me know what you think. Hopefully this was not boring to do the same color palette again, because I just think these are so fun together, these colors. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your continued support. Let me know you're here and leave a comment, and like and subscribe if you're new. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.